Hello friends, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I would like to share with you my review of the two fantastic model kits from Fat Cat, the RX-70A2 and the God Gundam. Let's get the obvious out of the way. These are Bandai original designs, but instead of modifying them, this brand simply upscaled them to 1/100 scale, while keeping the price in a very attractive range. And speaking of price, a quick message from Gundam. I buy almost all of my figures and third-party kits at Gundam.com. They offer great prices, awesome customer service, and a nice points program. If you decide to shop for your next kit or figure there and would like to support this channel even more, consider using reviewer code SKH. It helps the channel a lot. As always, do your own research and only purchase from stores that you are comfortable with. Now, back to the video. Let's kick off the review by going over what's included in the package. For the RX-70A2, you get pretty much the main kit and the weapon expansion set without a stand. So you get 4 pairs of hands, a set of open, a set of fists, a set of holding hands, and a set of trigger hands. The latter two have to be taken apart in order to attach them to the accessories. You also get 4 saber handles, so you can have a pair in the backpack and a pair on the shield. You get 2 hammers, transformed spiky mode and the default mode. The chain is not pre-molded like the new real-grade RX-70A2 version 2.0 Gundam, but instead it is made of metal. Then you get 2 bazookas, a rifle and the napalm attachment. You also get a shield and a javelin. And finally you get 2 effect parts for the saber, a curved and a straight one. I did compare it to my real grade 70A2 version 2.0, and from what I can gather, the Fat Cat has more saber handles, more hand variations, comes with the weapon expansion set and does not come with a stand. In terms of value, the Fat Cat model cost me half as much as the real grade counterpart did, considering the extra cost of the water decals and how expensive premium Bandai stuff is in Canada. So I would say this is a damn good deal for your hard-earned money. In terms of the build, it is very good. I faced 0 issues assembling the kit, and I also made sure to only penoline it with steady water-based liner. As the kit uses ABS plastic instead of PS, like on the Bandai Real Grade, Fat Cat seems to have upscaled the inner frame building technique of the Real Grade 2.0 as well. Both legs and hands use interlocking twist and joint assemblies. I believe the Real Grade 2.0 RX-70A2 is the first time Bandai used that method. It is good to see that it works just as well in a larger scale. Once assembled, the kit is as easy to manipulate and play around with as the real grade. Maybe even a little bit better, to be honest, as my sausagey fingers find it easier to work with a larger scale. The plastic finish is quite decent, so the kit looks good straight out of the box. The water decals for this kit are of decent quality, and the only minor gripe that I had with them is how tiny the markers were on the sheet. For some reason, the manufacturer chose to use super-duper tiny font and sheet to place all the decals on. If anything, I would have loved it if G-Reworks released upscaled decals for the Fat Cat version. Oh, and you build 2 core fighters, one with the transparent cockpit to display next to the kit and one with the white cockpit to reinforce the body. Posing the Fat Cat and Real Grade next to each other shows how well this upscale is done. Both kits have insane articulation and decent amount of separation in the armor. Ultimately, the real grade probably wins when it comes to posing if you have got the weapon expansion set, as the articulated Gundam hammer chain is a gem, while the out-of-the-box plastic finish on the Fat Cat, in my opinion, looks a bit better. Now let's switch our focus to the God Gundam. Just like the RX-70A2, God Gundam is upscaled very well by Fat Cat. The kit retains the famously outrageous articulation of its real grade counterpart and comes with a whole lot of accessories bar one. Here they are. You get 6 pairs of hands, 2 set of transparent open hands, a set of open Evangelion-style chop hands, another set of open hands, a set of fists and a set of holding hands. You also get the full complement of the effect parts and 2 saber effects. Now, I don't know the correct names of the effect parts from the anime, so please excuse me for using generic made-up names for them. But you get the shiny core, King of the Hearts blob, the flaming fists, along with the stand, the halo at the back of the kit, and the flaming effect for the core blob thingy. Basically, you get the real grade and the expansion God Gundam sets in one package, with the exception of the horsey. And that is unfortunate, but understandable. That horse is pretty large in 1/44 scale. Including a scale-appropriate option with the Fat Cat model would have blown up the price of the kit. But if they choose to offer it at some point separately, I'll probably get it. The Fat Cat kit also comes with a set of water decals that are spaced out well this time around. And I also conducted a little bit of a stress test on these decals by totally intentionally spilling a bunch of water over the decal sheet. Having done so, I transplanted all of the decals onto my decal moisturizer box and left them there for a couple of nights. I will have you know that all decals survived said test and were applied without any issues onto the kit with the help of good old Mr. Mark Setter. I can confidently state that these decals are good. Once completed, the Fat Cat God Gundam is a joy to play around with. It seems to have pretty much the same insane range of motion as its original real-grade counterpart. The armor plastic is once again ABS, so be careful using the acrylic liners. But the finish is quite good, so the kit looks very nice straight out of the box. There are a few parts on the front skirts and shoulders where the dark grey inner frame sticks out through the armor that I painted with the DSPIAE metallic marker. Also, just like the real grade, Fat Cat God Gundam has some obvious gate marks on its blue plastic. They are mostly facing backwards, but you can easily find them if you look close enough. In my build, I chose to paint over them with a little bit of turquoise AK interactive marker. Given that those parts are usually in the shade, some light color not only covers the ugly gate mark, it also adds some accent to the kit. The chest core piece and the eyes come on the same transparent red plastic runner as the saber effect parts, but are painted over with black flat from the factory. You also get a spare set of transparent eyes if you decide to wire an LED, for example. And speaking of LEDs, the real great God Gundam has a third-party LED kit from Cosmos, which I happen to have. Side note, check out this video where I install and review it. This LED set is quite simple, as it includes a set of lights to get the halo effect going on the smallest ring, and a couple of interchangeable lights for either the chest blob or the fist. I chose to splice those LEDs in my real grade God Gundam for more fire, of course. The real grade LED set did not come with an option to light up the eyes, as quite frankly the God Gundam's head is super duper tiny in that scale. However, if Fat Cat God Gundam is popular enough to warrant an upscaled version of the Cosmos LED set with an extra light for the eyes, I would be very interested in checking that out, and I bet it would be easy to install too. Finally, posing the real grade and the Fat Cat God Gundam side by side, you can see once again how well and carefully this upscale is done. The proportions, the inner frame, the articulation, it is all appropriately sized up and stiffened where required due to extra weight. Let's put these kits next to each other and sum up this review. The Fat Cat RX-78 and God Gundams are fantastic value and are very well done. They are easy to build and come with a whole bunch of accessories, so you don't need to hunt for any expansion packs. If you are steering clear of the real grade kits due to their size, or if you would simply like to have two of the arguably best real grades in 1/100 scale, then do check out Fat Cat on Gundam.com and make sure to use reviewer code SKH. I hope you enjoyed the review part of this video. If you did, then consider leaving a like and subscribe for more content like this. Enjoy the beauty shots, and I will see you in the next video.